So guys, it's finally here. The watch giveaway. Like I've been promising for the longest time. I did not expect us to get to 10,000 subscribers so quickly after I suggested this concept, and it has led to over 900 submissions for the giveaway. I will get to that in the second part of the video, but as promised in a previous video, what I'm also gonna be doing beforehand is doing a Q&A. So I'm gonna go ahead, answer some of your guys' questions, give you a better sense of who I am instead of just the guy who talks about watches. Of course, that's a part of who I am, but there is more to Teddy Baldassarre, I promise. But let's jump into it, guys. So before answering any of these questions, I think I might be able to help with just giving a little background about myself. So Teddy Baldassarre, I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio in the United States of America. I went to the University of Dayton, so it's in Southwest Ohio, around 10,000 kids. I studied communication and I graduated in 2016. So I've been out for about 2 years now. And what I did right after graduation was I went into digital advertising. That was my first job after school. I was in sales, and then I made the transition, and where I've been in the last year and a half is actually in software. So I was selling software to higher education institutions, really cool company. But now I'm actually gonna be going back to digital advertising with the hope to eventually make this a full-time endeavor for myself and be a content creator. So that's a little background about me. So now the other questions that you guys had, and I'm trying to go through these pretty quick, but what are my hobbies? So I love sports. Sports is really my true passion, not really playing. I learned very early on as a kid from the suburbs of Cleveland, Ohio, that I was not destined to be a professional athlete, but I did love sports. One of my big dreams was to be a sports commentator on ESPN, which is still kind of a dream in some ways. I do want to talk about sports at some aspect of my life. I think it's just something I love, the competitive nature of it. And if there's one thing I know incredibly well, it is sports. Primarily hoops, so basketball and football. And by football, I mean the hand egg, or whatever you Europeans and other people across the world call it, American football for you guys. So those, really big passion for mine. Also, I love travel, photography, love hanging out by the lake. I love reading. These books behind me, yes, I have read the majority of them. They're not just there for decoration. And then also really into music as well. My dad is actually a full-time musician at this point in his life. He's retired and is pursuing his true love. So I've been able to get into a lot of different genres of music as well. So the next question you guys had was, what is my Grail watch? And that's tough because I don't think there really is just one Grail. I think generally I gravitate more towards dress watches. I'm not a big sports watch kind of guy, especially for these high price brackets of watches. I prefer dress watches all day. So something like maybe a Longa, like a Longa 1 or a Saxonia, even like a Datograph. Also a Cartier Tank Louis, maybe a Breguet Classique, and of course we need a Patek Philippe Calatrava as well. Next question was, what watch has the most sentimental value to you? Well, a watch that isn't technically mine yet, a watch that was one of my great-grandfathers, someone who I was named after. I've referenced that in a past video. I've talked about this. It's a vintage Wittenauer. But I think for me personally, a watch that I have purchased, I own, probably my Nomos Orion. I've said how it's my favorite watch, but I bought that watch because when I first got my first promotion out of school, that was a watch I kind of celebrated with, and it just means a lot to me. I think it also just really personifies what my style is. Just simple, minimalist, never overdone, but just does everything you need. And doesn't really grab your attention, but when you look at it, you see that there's a lot there. So the next question you guys had is, what music do I listen to? So I am all over the map. I was listening to, just to give you a spectrum of what I listen to, listening to Johannes Brahms' Fourth Symphony yesterday, and then I can go later in the day and listen to some rap music. So I am all over the map. I love classic rock, I love metal, indie rock, R&B, hip hop, anything in that area. I'm a huge hip hop fan. Also a big fan of like alternative, punk, and things of that nature as well. So I'm all over the place. I will actually link to some Spotify playlists that I listen to or have been listening to as of late. If you want to check them out, it'll be different genres. You guys can get a sense of what I listen to. Next question, why did I start a YouTube channel? So I actually started a YouTube channel in the past. It was all about like motivational content, and looking back, it was just really cringy, like really whack, and I can't believe some of that stuff was out there, but it was good intention. It was with good intention, but from that, I always wanted to create content, no matter what. I used to do sports highlight videos, and those I actually got a lot of good traction with, but for some reason it just didn't really fulfill me as much, so I kind of stopped doing it, and eventually just wanted to do it again, but I just wasn't sure what. And then one day I was just looking in my room. It was after I graduated, and this was a point in which I really started caring about, fashion, style, and watches. Watch was a new fascination for me. And I looked at my closet, and I'm like, oh man, I like clothes. Like that, yeah, I enjoy that. And then I looked on my desk, and I saw this watch box looking at me. And I'm like, you know what? I really like watches. This is something I spend a lot of time thinking about, but it was all contained within myself. I really didn't have anybody to talk to about it. And I'm like, you know what? I enjoy looking at other people's collections. Why not just make a video about my collection? I put it out. 20,000 people watched it in like the first month. I'm like, there might be something here. So I put out a couple other videos. I mean, some of them flopped, some of them did okay. Then I had another video out, started getting a lot of views, and I'm like, wow, all right. Let's keep going and doing this. And from there, the rest is history. Now here we are. I love this question. So what are the chances of LeBron leaving the Cavaliers? So if you guys don't know, this is a basketball reference. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been a huge basketball fan my entire life. And LeBron has the ability to opt out of his contract and test free agency and no longer be a Cavalier. I don't know if you guys know anything about LeBron, but he has had a very tumultuous relationship with my hometown of Cleveland, but we do love him. He's delivered us a championship after waiting 52 years. So my answer to this question is actually June 29th. And this was the day he had to decide whether he's going to opt out. He just opted out. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to leave, but I am thinking that he is going to leave even before he decided to make this news and opt out of his contract, that he's probably going to go to LA. So we'll see where the other contract or other people or other stars end up. So guys like Kawhi and Paul George, I think that will dictate what LeBron will do. So I think he's playing a little bit of chess here. So next question is, on average, how many hours each week do you spend on the process of making your videos? So this is, I don't know if you guys realize, but this is kind of a time-intensive endeavor for me. To edit a video alone for some of these longer list videos, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of my time if you're just counting on the edit. Then I have to shoot it. Then I have to do some pre-production and some research. I always write out some type of script. I'll do research before I shoot a video. I'm never winging it up here. Some more than others, I'm speaking from the heart, but if I'm delivering information, it takes me time. So on a week on average, and that's on top of working 50, 60 hours a week, especially when you're including commuting, this is 20, 30 hours I'm probably spending. So I don't have a lot of free time when I'm doing this. I'm investing a lot in this, and I'm not making any money making these videos. So it's a big time investment, but I enjoy doing it, and I think in the long term it will pay off for me. Next question is, when can I buy watch straps from you? So if you guys have been following my content for a while, I was testing out some different watch straps. I have a shop website that I am developing right now. So those should be available by the end of the summer. I will definitely keep you guys posted about this though. So the next question is, do I do my own videos? And by that, I'm guessing, do I do everything when it comes to production? So yes, the answer to that is yes. I do all the writing, editing, and thought creation process around what type of videos I want to create. That said, I am hoping to bring on an editor. In other words, maybe bring on a college kid who can help me out with editing some of my videos so I can get more videos out. The bottleneck for me is just putting my time having to edit the videos. It takes me a long time to do it, and that would really help me out, especially when I'm working so much throughout the week. That said, what I'm also trying to do to fund that is I'm starting a Patreon. All that money would go to finding this editor and supporting that initiative. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll link to the Patreon down below. That'd be a huge help for me. Oh, and I really like this question. Do you feel it is difficult to balance your content between watches and fashion? Are you anxious about releasing little content aside from watch content? So this is something I've kind of thought about a lot and decided to kind of lean a little bit more toward watches. I know there's probably some people out there that found me because of my style and fashion videos. That said, I've kind of just carved out a niche for myself in this watch space, but I would like to post more style content if you guys would be interested in it. I don't know if it'd be every 3 or 5 videos. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about that. I have some videos in the queue that I could put out there if you guys wanted to check out. But I'm a little hesitant to put them out because we have such a good flow of watch content, and I see how much you guys are engaging with them that I just decided, hey, it might be the best thing to just keep doing this. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. So last question is, are you in a relationship and do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? So I don't know what it is. I must give off some gay vibes, but I am straight. I have a girlfriend. Her name is Courtney. She's lovely. I'm so thankful to have her. She's probably my biggest fan when it comes to creating this content, and I really can't really express how appreciative I am of her support in doing this. I'll link to her Instagram so you guys can check her out. I know she'll support that. All right, now guys, the moment you've been waiting for, the watch giveaway. So I have 7 watches I'm going to be giving away, and I have to choose 7 people out of 900 something. And that was incredibly hard to do. To be honest, I didn't expect that many people to fill out the form. If I would have known, I would have had a better process around this. This was not the best handled situation for me, but I do plan on doing more giveaways in the future, and just want to thank all of you guys for taking the time to fill it out. I mean, this was really tough for me to do. So my plan for this, let's announce these 7. I also have a hat over there with little pieces of paper in there with each one of the watches that I'm going to be giving away. Once we have these 7 selected, I'll be pulling from the hat at random, and whoever gets that will get the watch. So first, here are our winners. So first we have James from Malta, we have Leonardo from Mexico, we have DJ Quadre from Macedonia, we have Aaron from Houston, Texas, we have Ted from the United States, that's not me, I promise. Then we have Paul from Poland, and then we have Jared from the United States. So congrats to you guys for winning one of these watches. So now let's see which one each of you are going to get. So James, first up, here we go. You are going to be getting the Swatch Twice Again. So I will contact you and get your contact information so I can send this to you. Next we have Leonardo. So Leonardo, let's see what we got here. We are, let's see. You have the Guankin, so I'll be sending that to you, Leonardo. Now DJ Quadre, let's see what you got here. Let's shake it up, get it nice and shuffled. Let's go. You have the Seiko SNK M95, so the red dial Seiko 5. So really great watch. I did a whole review on this watch. If you want to check it out, I'll link to it down below. So now we have Aaron. So Aaron here, let's see what we got here. Grab one out, let's shuffle it up a little bit. Aaron, you get, Aaron gets the Dan Henry 1970. So this was the most expensive watch in this collection here. So congrats, Aaron. This is a great watch. I did a whole review on this one as well. I'll link to it down below if you want to check it out. All right, guys, 3 more left. So we have Ted here. So Ted, you are going to be getting the Seiko 5 SNK 91. So this is the light blue dial Seiko that I featured in great watches under $100 for summer. So great watch. So the final 2, now we have Paul. So Paul, you are going to be getting the Timex Weekender Chrono. So another watch that I featured on this channel many times, really fun. I'll be sending that to you shortly. So Jared, now we have 1 slip left. You are going to be getting the Timex Easy Reader. So I will be sending that to you guys all shortly. I'll be reaching out to you directly soon. So guys, thank you so much for all the form submissions to join this giveaway. I wish I could just give you all watches, but I only have so much money and I only have 7 watches to give. So that all said, I am going to be doing more giveaways in the future, and I just want to thank you all so much for your just continued support on all of my videos. I think the next year for this channel is going to be incredibly exciting. I have some fun things planned, and I can't wait to take it every step of the way with you guys. So if you guys can just continue to support me, you don't know how much that would mean to me. So I'm having a blast doing this. I get to talk about something I love, and that's watches, and get to share that with you guys. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon.